When I was about 15 years old, I was on the internet all day and I was using an application called Discord. In Discord, I met a boy named Ryan. We talked for a while and one day he asked me, "What do you look like?" I am a fool. I sent him my photo without thinking. He told me that I was very beautiful and fell in love with my long black hair. Also, about a week later, he said that he liked me, and I felt the same way. We had a lot of understanding. Ryan was a very attractive boy, and his style was very different from other boys, and it was special. He always wore a mask and mostly wore black. He asked, "Where do you live?" I told him California, and he was in California too, and he said he wanted to come and see me. He said he wanted to make our virtual relationship real. We talked every day and he texted every minute. One day my mom and dad went on a trip to celebrate their 20th wedding anniversary, so I was alone at home, although it didn't matter to me until nightfall. It was very dark outside, so I was a little scared, so I closed all the windows and locked them. I sat down and watched TV. About 20 minutes later, I heard a knocking sound from the back window. I remembered that I hadn't closed the curtains, probably the kids in the neighborhood wanted to scare me, and I went to the window, but the closer I got, the faster my heart beat. When I looked outside the window, there was no one there. I drew the curtains and came back again to watch TV. Ryan sent me a message and said, "Let's see each other right now." I said, "I'm busy now and I can't," but he said, "I know you're not busy because I'm seeing you." I was very scared and I told him not to say scary words. I am alone at home, but of course I made a big mistake and I shouldn't have told him. I asked him where he found my place and he said from Snapchat, which means he knew where I was whenever I was out. I was shaking with fear. Then there was a knock on the door and the voice of a teenage boy telling me to open the door. It was a very attractive voice. I knew it must be Ryan's voice. I was standing there in silence. I didn't know what to do. I was alone and there was no one to defend me. I sent him a message and said, "Please leave early and leave me alone." Ryan knocked on the door again and said that he is not leaving here. I opened the door. Ryan was standing tall in front of me and entered our house with a charming smile. I told him several times to leave here, but he didn't seem to want to. "Listen." He stood up and I hit him on the back. He took off his mask and I saw the stitches around his lips. I was shocked and told him, "Please go out right now." I was very angry, but he didn't care at all. Then with the same scary smile, he went down the stairs to the kitchen, and I went to him and saw that he had a knife in his hand. I also ran outside and hid in the bushes and quickly called the police. The police arrived quickly and found him. But what scared me the most was the smile he gave me when he got into the police car. Then I called Mom and Dad and explained everything. I did, and they went straight back home. After that, I never stayed home alone again, and I blocked Ryan and deleted Discord, and I will never go to a virtual relationship again. I don't remember any good and happy memories in my life. It was getting worse day by day. I wanted to die. I wanted to live since then. What a contradiction. I wanted to regain the desire to live. One day I posted on the internet that I want to commit suicide. Everyone wanted to say the same thing as usual. Life is beautiful, love yourself, and such nonsense. But someone's comment caught my attention. The comment was, "I will do what you want to live 100% guarantee." That was interesting for me. So I answered, "How?" Then he gave another answer. "We have to meet each other first. Only then I can make you feel better. Now it's your choice to believe it or not. But remember that this choice of yours can change your life." I got his phone number and we made a date very soon. The man was more handsome than I thought. He was kind, and then he invited me to his house. His house was like an abandoned house. There was nothing inside. He said, "Look, it's very simple. I want to kill you. If you want to live, you have to kill me first." I was shocked. I told him I don't want to get into trouble or hurt anyone. He said, "Didn't you say that you want to live? This is the best way. Just trust me." Then he took out a knife from his pocket. I said, "No, don't do it." He forcefully put the knife in my hand. His eyes were beautiful, as if he was psychotic. Then he took a defensive pose and was ready to fight with me. "Let's fight. You have lost the meaning of life, right? You don't know why you should live, so come fight with me. Bring your desire to live. I tried to run away. He grabbed me from behind and threw me to the ground and said, "If you kill me, you can live and you get the desire to live again." I asked, "How?" He said, "I am your savior and there is no need to thank me, so either you kill me or you die." My body was shaking. I have never experienced this fear in my life. He continued, "Hurry up, stab me." Then he started punching me like crazy. I was in a lot of pain. I kicked him and he fell to the ground, but he got up again and jumped on me. He didn't care even when I pulled his hair. His head was pierced the size of a coin, but he didn't care. He had become exactly like a dog. Blood was flowing from my legs and I was in a lot of pain. He didn't stop at all. Every time he attacked and beat me, the memories I had with my family flashed before my eyes. I was afraid. I cried and begged him to stop. "I don't want to die, please." Then he stared at me and this time I fell on my knees and begged him again. He said, "Do you want to live?" I said, "Yes, please." His behavior changed. He said, "Yes, it's fine now." I said, "I want to live. Please let me go." He looked at me and then took a look of self-satisfaction as if he had done a great job and said, "Remember that I saved your life. And don't call the police at all." And he left. After that for a while. It took me a while to get back to my daily routine. I was hospitalized, and I am still under psychiatric care. I reported what happened that day to the police, and they found his dead body in his house. It turned out that he was stabbed with a knife while attacking another person. The person who killed him was also terribly injured and was in a critical condition. According to the police, that man had attacked more than 18 people. One day I saw a post on Reddit. For years, its author posted one post every week. His posts were about the woman he was looking for, her photo, age, and everything. He said we were married, but one day his wife disappeared. He said that he has been looking for her for 9 years now. He wrote what he could do to find her, and finally he decided to post on the website, and he said that he will give $10,000 to anyone who finds his wife. When I was reading his post, I realized that the neighborhood where that woman lived is my neighborhood. I said that I might have seen that woman somewhere. I sent a message to that man and said that I can help you. He answered me very quickly. I looked at the picture, and based on the signs given by her husband, I followed her to restaurants, bars, and parks. And I went wherever that girl had gone before and carefully looked at anyone who looked like her, but it was fruitless. Finally, I became careless and let her go. A few seasons passed and autumn came. I was walking in the street. I passed by a woman whose face was very familiar to me. At the same time, I turned back and looked at her. Well, I didn't know her, but suddenly I remembered that this is the same woman that the man was looking for. My heart was beating fast. I called her. The girl asked me what happened, and I told her the whole story. After she heard that, she got very angry and said something that shocked me. That man saw me in a bar 10 years ago, and that only once, only for a few hours. They had no relationship at all and had never married. That man was just a stranger, but still, he had been looking for that woman for 10 years. It was very unusual and scary. The woman left angrily. I got her phone number, and that's when I was tempted. So maybe if I tell him, I'll get $10,000. I searched my emails and found the man's email address. I told him what happened. Then I received an email saying that the woman is really his wife, and he wanted me to give him the phone number, but I didn't want to. I must say that because I was a little worried about the woman. But the man kept calling me, "If you give me that number, I promise I will give you the money." I gave him the phone number and took the money. After that, I forgot about it. Until one day, I heard from my friend that a woman was brutally murdered in our area. But when I heard the details of the news, I was shocked and fell to the ground. The culprit was the same man who was looking for that woman for 10 years. I hurriedly went to the computer and logged into the website where he had posted, and he had posted a new post. Finally, I found it. I clicked on that post and read it. It said, "With the help of my friend whom I met here, I was finally able to find her. But she didn't remember me, but that's okay because I remembered her. When I kissed her, that girl kicked me hard, and what she did made me go crazy. I couldn't believe that this is the result of waiting for 10 years. I was nervous and decided to forget it, but I didn't succeed. That girl wouldn't get out of my mind. In these 10 years, there wasn't even a single day that I didn't remember her, so I had no choice. Maybe I can't get her out of my mind, but I can get rid of her in real life. I was shocked when I checked my email box. I saw that he sent a new message and said to return the money I gave you because our transaction has been canceled. The reason was that the woman he was looking for has changed a lot. I didn't answer him, but he was sending a lot of emails. He said, "When I found you, you will suffer the fate of that woman. Wait for me, my friend." I also had to call the police, and they started looking for that man. A few days later, I saw another post on the website. The post was, "I am looking for a boy who I love." The author wrote that he is looking for a man who lost his memory. There was a post that all the information about his place and his details written in the post were similar to my information. He had put all my information on the website and his email address. And that man had posted my profile picture and email. He also wrote that whoever finds him, I will pay him. I feel very scared. I feel that one day he will finally find me and kill me. A few days ago, a person came to me on the street. He was a stranger. I talked to him, and he wanted my phone number. I quickly ran away from there. I think people are looking for me because of money. Now I can't even leave the house anymore.
If you enjoy the video, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to support us, share it to your bestie.